And let's talk about how each of the learners, Alyssa and Spencer, came to the Rucks Group and came to this experience. So, Alyssa, why don't you get us started?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it was really my graduate assistantship that encouraged me to pursue an experience where I could do evaluation work full time. I really wanted to see if the interest that I developed in evaluation would persist once I was doing the work full time and doing the work in an organization that focused primarily on research and evaluation. And so that was really what I was looking for as I started to look for an internship or fellowship experience for the summer of 2022. So I came across the Rucks Group fellowship on my university's job board, which is called Handshake. And once I read the job description, I knew I was interested immediately. I ended up doing some further research on the firm, and I also ended up watching a recording of the So What Do You Want to Be When You Grow Up webinar. And after that, I knew that this was an organization that I really was hoping to be a part of as a fellow, and so I decided that I was interested in applying. And so some of the key things that really attracted me to the role as I was doing that research, the first was definitely the nature of the work. So one of the other evaluation projects that I got to work on was education-based in my graduate assistantship. And so while that was focused at the K through 12 level, the Rucks Group did a lot of work focused at the post-secondary level. And so I was really interested in their work that they were doing to advance educational equity at the post-secondary college level. And so I was really attracted to the opportunity to kind of stay within that realm of work that I had found I was interested in. And then in being completely transparent as a college student, the compensation associated with the fellowship was something that was really important to me. I was living in Bowling Green at the time and had a 12-month lease and wouldn't have been able to break my lease. And so it was really important for me to be paid. And then that leads to the next point too, that the fellowship experience was primarily remote. And so I could live and work in Bowling Green and still get this really incredible experience with the Rucks Group, even though the firm is located in Dayton, Ohio. And then the last point that I will make is in terms of once I actually had the chance to interview for the position, and I got to hear from Lana and then Julia, who's our director of research and evaluation services, I knew that I was just hoping for an email or call that I would be offered a position with the firm, because I really loved the emphasis of both the hands-on learning component of getting to work on different projects and getting to learn from these incredible evaluators, and also the emphasis on professional development and learning more about myself and exactly what it was that I wanted to do after graduation. So after the interview and all of the research that I had done, like I said, I was just crossing my fingers and hoping to hear a positive word back, because I really wanted to be a part of the program. And so that's really my whole journey to the Rucks Group. And I'm really happy that I got the chance to be a part of the program this past summer.
All right, fabulous. Thanks so much for that context. Spencer, do you mind sharing your story?
Yeah, of course. So as I was getting closer to graduation, I was looking around for roles that I could use my research and data analytics skills outside of an academic setting and more in a real world setting, working on like pretty concrete projects. So I was applying to things in public policy and the government and some think tanks and stuff. And I was talking to our career services center at my university, who connected me to the Rucks Group and alerted me about this internship program. And I started exploring it, and it sounded interesting. And I attended the So What Do You Want to Be When You Grow Up webinar, and thought that kind of sparked my curiosity even more. But the thing that really like pushed me to apply was our career services office put me in touch with Alyssa Hokie, who is also a research associate at the firm, who's not with us today. But we spoke, and she was just very excited about her work and willing to share how she got into her current position, what skills she uses, and just the like enthusiasm and willingness to just talk to me was like really exciting to me. And I found that really like pushed me to apply. also, as I learned more about the position itself, I was excited about the opportunity to work on actual projects in the real world and like have an impact on their results, how they develop, and how they like incorporate the firm's feedback um, into their work. And I knew this was like really important to me. I wanted to be able to like see the impact my work was having on people, and I was really excited once I learned about that opportunity. And finally, I noticed through my conversations with Alyssa and just my reading of the job description that I already had some skills that aligned with what the firm was doing. So my like research and data skills, and also particular pieces of software that I had been exposed to and like had developed skills using were also being used by the firm. So I think there was all around a combination of like my long-term career interests and my practical skill set that I had developed that just like aligned and made me apply for the job. And yeah, just also just the fact that speaking with everyone, whether it was Alyssa before or Juana and Julia at the interview, everyone was just very kind and polite and inviting and made it seem like an exciting place to work. So yeah.
All right, wonderful. Thanks so much to both of you for sharing that context and your experiences. So why don't we take a moment and pause there for questions?